Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. It's none of your business what I'm wearing. Anyway, so I love making fun of people, and I love making fun of post-war women. So you remember I told that story where I used to work at this place called Urban Dog, and there was this hot chick named Lisette that worked there. Lisette In Lisette Inguez. I can't speak Spanish. I butcher it. Anyway, so like Lisette's a swinger, and this is public knowledge because she would just talk about all the guys she would do, and she's married. So anyway, so I liked her. I found her attractive. She was about I don't know. She was like 30. I mean, I forgot exactly how old she was, but whatever. She was like 30. Okay. Um, and so anyway, for Valentine's Day, I gave her like flowers, candy, like a card, because she's the type that cheats. I figured might as well make the move on Valentine's Day. Um, and she had a smoking hot body, pretty face, all that jazz. Obviously, I'm only interested in women because of their looks. I don't care about their personality. And oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'd only been working there for like a month, so like she didn't really know me. But anyway, uh, so I gave her this extravagant Valentine's Day gift. Okay, I've never given um, anyone in my life. Like I've had girlfriends and I wouldn't get them a Valentine's gift. Okay, but there's this chick I've been working with for a month, and I give her like the best Valentine's gift ever, and so she freaks out. Like she is very nervous, doesn't know what to do. She like walks away. She like starts talking to like her coworker, but I'm right there. I can hear her. She's like, "What's going on?" And then my coworker, who was very slick, just lied and say, "Yeah, he's pulling a prank on you." And then she's like, "Oh." And then she looked at me, and then I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a prank." And I'm just like shook my head and walked away. Anyway, I continued to work there, and she continued to tell me stories about cheating on her husband and flirting and all that crap. So I'm just like a little confused. Anyway, a couple years later, you heard me talk about this. About there's a married woman who was messaging me on Facebook, trying to get attention. Well, it was her, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother. Like, what's the point? It's like I'm not trying to give you attention. I'm just trying to get laid. Honestly, that's it. I'm not about giving you attention. I'm about giving you penis. Okay. So anyway, a few more years pass by, and so I'm like, okay, she's in her late 30s now, I think, or no, or she's she's in her late 30s or like 42 years old. She's between 38 and 42 years old. Okay. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, like a woman that age who has a history of being a swinger and like dating guys who are just getting out of prison. I'm sorry, hooking up with guys who are just getting out of prison and meeting them in motel rooms because that's what she would do. I figured, okay, well, by now, if I just message her, she's gonna be like, hey, let's do it. I'm being serious. So I message her on Twitter, and like I look at her picture, and she hit the wall. Liz does not look good at all. Things are sagging. Her face looks like. Um, I mean, she looked really good before. Really hot Spanish chick. Now she looks like a really hot maid. She literally looks like her face looks like she had been working long, hard hours. Like she used to have a really nice body, and she's still skinny, but now things are sagging. Like you can actually tell, like before she had the body of like a 25-year-old, but now she actually does have the body of a you know 40 whatever year old woman who, is still skinny, but things are sagging. I'm like, oh, that's that's not attractive, and her face just looks sad. And so so she messaged me back. She's like, "Wait, is this Frank from Urban Dog?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, I I actually am not attracted to her anymore." So I wrote her back going, "Oh yeah, it's the same guy who gave you like the flowers and the card and the chocolates on Valentine's Day, but you thought I was kidding, but I was dead serious." And like she didn't respond because that really freaked her out because she was scared shitless when that happened. So the reason why I brought up the memory exactly the same was so she would get that feeling again, so she wouldn't want to hook up with me because I was actually repulsed by her. So in a way, I got to tell her off. But man, how the mighty have fallen. I was so disappointed that she lost her looks. And I was like sad. She, back then, like, and I'm not exaggerating, she was a 10 because she was a hot chick who was married, who the only thing you had to do was sleep with her. Like, there was no other commitment. So, like, that's perfect. Like, literally, perfect. And then she has a really hot daughter too. So it's like if you get to sleep with her, like you probably get to hang around the house a little bit and maybe get the daughter too. I mean, that's what I was hoping for. I mean, that's kind of the main reason why I did message her, because I wanted to do her daughter. Man, but I'm really disappointed that that she lost her looks. Like that's like the one person I thought would actually keep her looks. Seriously, I really thought so, but I guess I was wrong. No, I know people can't stay. I mean, like no one stays. Well, Helen Mirren is pretty hot, and I don't know how old Helen Mirren is, but like Helen Mirren's hot. Like I'd do her, but yeah, like Mirren's hotter than Liz. Seriously. And then it's like it's not worth uh, uh, doing lists to get to the daughter now because I couldn't get it up if I saw lists like in person because her picture was like ugh, and if a girl's picture is bad on the internet, she's nasty because how many filters do girls use on the internet? Seriously, like if she was using a filter, it did not do a good job because she looked haggard. And it was supposedly a good picture of her because like she's posing, she's dressed really nice, and she's got like she's wearing makeup too, and still looks like post wall chick. Like she is post wall. The mighty have fallen. Seriously. So that's one less chick I have to worry about. Her harassing. Her daughter's really hot though, but uh, I just her daughter doesn't use social media, and that's weird because most excuse me, most people in their early 20s do that, right? Yeah, her daughter's like I don't know the exact age, but her daughter's like 20. Like how does a 20-year-old not have social media? That makes no sense. But anyway, I had to move on. So I won't be talking about lists anymore. Excuse me. I was singing earlier, and my voice it just feels weird. Excuse me. Anyway, so as a joke, I made a Tinder, and I made it just like the women do, like just give a list of demands that are unreasonable, and then complain that no one matches you. Oh my god. I'm really sorry. That's the Wuhan flu. I keep coughing. Oh boy. You know. So you know what? I should just straight out ask her. Um no, I may should just straight out tell her or message her. I was just talking to you to get to your daughter. So can we just cut to the chase because you're post wall? Can you give me your daughter's number and see what she says? I mean, honesty works, right? No, apparently not. But anyway, uh, so on my Tinder profile, like I said, like just basically everything a woman would say about like the height, the weight, the race, the just everything. You gotta have your own place. You gotta have a car. I said the exact same thing a woman would say, and I said, "I'm the prize, I'm the table." I also said if you voted for Biden, move on. I also said I'm anti-vax, I'm anti-mandate. If you got a problem with that, move on. Like I literally made like 25 demands. Same thing. That's the same thing all these women do, and then they complain that they can't find a man. Now, I'm not actually really trying to hook up with a chick from Tinder, but I'm just trying to make like a profile that's gonna go viral. We'll see what happens. And yes, I will show a screenshot of the profile and all that jazz so you can see I'm telling the truth, because I tell the truth on all my podcasts. So I'll update you. Until then, I gotta go because I'm having a hard time talking, and so I have to cut it short. But I hope you're all doing safe. Hope you're all feeling good. And remember, focus on yourself and your hobbies. You'll be happy. I'll talk to you later. Peace.